Hey everyone. I'm going to be reading one of my poems from class, and then the other one is a haiku that I wrote outside of class. Please bear with me on this first one. I'm going to try to get through it as best I can. March 22nd, 2020. 8 hours later, and here we are, driving through the quiet streets of our suburban neighborhood, not a single body in sight. Slowly approaching our lengthy driveway in my sister's stuffy white Acura TSX, fully packed with all our belongings from school. We're back in the breezy city of Dayton, Ohio, where spring is still winter, where the only things we've ever had to do, like go out to eat at a restaurant or meet up at a bar to have some drinks with friends or strangers that weren't really strangers, are no longer options. Back in the gym city, I wanted more than anything else to make it out of. Moving into my childhood home I left 4 years ago. Back in the city where all my friends faded away, but mostly all my close family still remains. My sister and I are sitting in the living room in an awkward silence, contemplating what the hell these next few months will look like. Our wondering minds feeling a sense of relief we made it safely, but faces dull and stuck in a dead stare because we're really back home. Confined to this small place, and we must stay this time, not only here, but inside. My parents pull up shortly after in our other two cars, packed to the ceilings, boxes and bags blocking the rearview mirrors that are no longer visible to the naked eye. The garage door crackles, making a loud thump, and we both let out a sigh, now at ease, because they too made it. They walk in the living room, cheeks lifted and corners of their mouths touching the sides of their faces, happy that their home is no longer an empty nest, and we are all back together again. My sister's legs are stretched out across the long suede couch, and I'm sitting comfortably in the bar stool at the counter, phone propped up on a green bottle of Sprite while I'm on FaceTime, letting my guy best friend know that we have to start up our little game nights again. My dad approaches us holding some paper towels in the crease of his arm and asks me to mute my phone. His face forms a serious look that a parent gives you when you're in trouble. I just knew my sister and I brought home too much shit, or something else happened with Corona and we were on enforced lockdown. He takes a deep breath. You can see his Adam's apple go up and down as he swallows. He proceeds to say, "While I was on the road driving home, about 3 hours ago, I got a call, and your Granny Parker had a stroke. It's bad." Chills shot through my body and my foot began to twitch, hitting the wooden part of the counter uncontrollably. It took about 5 minutes for the thick tears to fill my eyes and 6 for them to begin rolling down my blank face. Right now, God, during statewide confinement, during a worldwide quarantine, when we can't get in the hospital, please any other time but right now. I don't know how much more I can take. Family was the only thing we had to look forward to after being forced to come back here. Family was the only thing that would make this social distancing thing easier, doable. My final tennis season, my senior year, my graduation snatched away, now my granny, the timing couldn't be worse. I'm in a nightmare waiting for someone to wake me up so everything can be back to normal. After my dad breaks the news, he scurries to find the keys and get to the hospital. I wanted so badly to run behind him, but in all of our minds, we knew the doctors weren't going to let us in. Because of COVID-19 and social distancing, hospitals are stricter than ever before, whether your loved one is on their deathbed or not. Only one person was allowed to stay with my grandma. My dad barely got in to see his own mother while she was probably taking her last breaths. And now I'm unable to see her, when this could very well be my last chance to while on this earth. Unable to hold her shriveling hand as the ventilator pumps air into her lungs. Unable to kiss her swollen cheek. Although she won't be able to speak to me, I just want her to hear me, even if her eyes are shut. I'm sorry. Even if her eyes are shut, even if she's sedated. Even if she's sedated. She just needs to know I was there by her side, just in case tonight she dies. And I just need to see her to know all of this is real. A virtual funeral, not my idea of putting my loved one to rest. And right now, not an ideal time, with no chance to say goodbye, all because of social distancing. March 23rd, 2020, 1:08 p.m. She's pronounced brain dead. She's gone, and it's over. Bye, Granny. Sorry I couldn't say it in person or only 6 feet away. Okay, so that's my first one. And like I said, that was a social distancing poem from class. And I wrote a short haiku just in case I couldn't get through my other poem, which I don't think I'm going to be able to, so I'm going to just read this one. So, can't get out of bed, death eats at my impaired mind. I am not okay. Okay, thank you guys. I hope everyone is having a good break and everyone is safe along with their families. Yeah.